Okay, you should have these notes in front of you already. You'll notice as we go along, there are problems that are already done, like number 4, number 8. What we are going to do is I'm going to talk to you about how I did number 4 and number 8. You're going to go and write the work off to the side like I did and add anything you feel you need to add in order to understand how to do this stuff. And that's how it's going to be throughout the year. The problems that there will be problems on the sheet that are completed, and you will do them as I am talking, and you can pause the video whenever necessary. So number 4 says, what is the product of PR cubed and P squared Q squared R? What product means multiplying. You see I wrote that there. So what I have to do is I set it up as a multiplication problem. And I know from class today, when I take a power, or when I multiply something with the same base, so base P, I add the exponents. So the exponent on this first one is a 1. Sorry. And then the exponent on the other P is P squared. 1 plus 2 is 3, so it's P cubed. I go alphabetical, so the next letter alphabetically is Q. I don't have any Q's in the first term, but I do have a Q in the second term. So Q squared times 1, I guess, is just a Q squared. And then R cubed times R, remember R is to the first power. Add exponents, 3 plus 1 is 4. So R to the fourth, choice 1. Pause if necessary, otherwise move on with me. Number 8, what is the quotient? Quotient means divide. So you'll see I set this up as a division problem. It's a quotient of 18g h cubed k to the 5th and 20g to the 6th h k cubed. So set it up as a division. 18 and 20, I can reduce those. 2 goes into 18 9 times. 2 goes into 20 10 times. When I divide variables with the same base, I subtract their exponents. So g to the first divided by g to the 6, 1 minus 6 is negative 5. 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. I am not going to leave negative exponents, so I have to move the g to the negative 5th into the denominator. So it would be 9 can stay, h squared k squared divided by 10, and then the g to the negative 5 moves to the denominator, g to the 5th. And that's choice 3. That's all I have on this page, so when you're set, go to the next page with me. Okay, number 12. If r to the 8th divided by r to the x squared equals r to the 16, find x. So this is how I thought about it. The very first thing I did is I did square it. Right here. So when I have a power raised to a power, like this is here, I multiply exponents. So 8 times 2 is 16. I do the same in the denominator. X times 2 is 2x. Now I see I have this division problem. With a division problem with the same base, you subtract exponents. So 16 minus 2x has to equal, in our case, 16. To solve for x, I subtracted the 16. I divided by negative 2, and I get x equals 0, so choice 3. Moving on to number 16. Number 16, I am multiplying two terms here. And you just multiply the numbers together and the variables together. So negative 5 times negative 3 is 15. R squared times r squared, add exponents, 2 plus 2 is 4. S squared times s, again, add exponents, s cubed. Number 20, the very first thing I have to do is square the first term and raise the second term to the 4th power. When I raise a power to a power, I multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. Now I still have these two terms. When I multiply these two terms, I add exponents. So the same base x, 6 plus 4 is 10. The same base y, 4 plus 12 equals 16. So it's x to the 10th, y to the 16th. Number 24, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to, again, see a power raised to a power, multiply exponents. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 times 2 is 14. Number 28. I'm going to work in the numerator first. 3 times 2 is 6. Y squared times y cubed. I'm multiplying, so I add exponents. 2 plus 3 is 5. Still divided by 3y to the 4th. Sorry if you can hear my daughter in the background. She's playing. And now all I have to do is reduce this fraction. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Y to the 5th divided by y to the 4th. I'm dividing, so I subtract exponents. 5 minus 4 is 1. I did not put the 1 there. It's just 2y. Okay, moving on to the last page now when you're set. Okay, for our last page, part C, I did an extra one here just so that way you can make sure you understand what you're doing. So number 31, r to the x times r squared equals r to the 6th. We've done a problem like this on the previous page. What I had to realize is when I multiply something with the same base of r, I add exponents. So x plus 2 has to equal 6. To solve, subtract 2, you get x equals 4. And 32, I'm raising a power to a power, so I know I multiply exponents. So it's 2x equals 6. Divide by 2, x equals 3. For 36, the very first thing I'm going to do is raise the numerator and the denominator to the second power. So the 1, and when you raise a power to a power, remember you multiply exponents. The 1 times 2 is 2. X times 2 is 2x. So I have r squared divided by r to the 2x equals r to the 6th. My setup will be 2 minus 2x equals 6. The reason is because when I divide something with the same base, I subtract exponents. To solve for x, I'll subtract the 2, divide by negative 2, and I get x equals negative 2. At this point, we are actually done with this video for today. Please come to class tomorrow, show me that you have the ones that we did in the video done, and we will work through the other ones during class tomorrow.